Safety Standards Protocol. The minister in a tweet says that this new standard will ensure India's safety protocols are comparable to global standards. My colleague Samir Dikshit filed this report earlier.
India to soon have its own car crash test rating agency called Bharat NCAP. The Union Road Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari has approved the draft notification of Bharat NCAP. This Bharat NCAP, the National Car Assessment Program, will be a structure wherein the Indian automobiles will be accorded the star ratings based upon their performance in the crash test. So by this Bharat NCAP, government wants to promote a better, safer cars in the future. This will bring competitiveness amongst the Indian OEMs or the automobile companies that they produce, they manufacture better and safer cars in the future. Along with this, government also believes that this will this will enhance the export worthiness of Indian automobile. Currently, the Indian cars are being sent to global NCAP for the crash test, but soon India will have its own agency and the crash test could be performed here in India. Government also believes that Bharat NCAP will give a boost to Atmanirbhar Bharat in the automobile sector, and the larger vision to make Indian automobile a #1 hub in globally, that will also be achieved with the Bharat NCAP. So Bharat NCAP, the draft notification has been approved, but along with this, the government has made it clear that whatever test or the crash test will be performed, it will be performed in line with the global crash test, and this will also factor in the Indian regulations. So this will promote the Indian automobile to come forward and go for the crash test, and the better ratings the car or the automobile will have, this will encourage, give a confidence to the consumer to buy better star rated cars in India.
All right, now the NCAP is basically a new car assessment program. It includes crash tests, it includes all sorts of tests to assess the safety of the car. And usually, right now, cars have to take these tests on an international standard. Now, not all Indian brands and cars have been doing very well in these tests. We should make that very clear. What difference will this Bharat NCAP make? Why is it important? To speak on this, I'm joined today by Vinkesh Gulati, President FADA, and Karuna Raina, Director of Public Policy and Research at Save Life Foundation, an organization which has been working for road safety for several years. Thank you, both of you, for joining us today. Mr. Gulati, just your take. This is just the first step towards a Bharat NCAP, but will it really move the needle? Will it change things for the level of safety and the level of information that consumers have on the safety of the cars they buy?
Thanks, Tamanna, for having me. And I feel this is a very long-awaited thing to happen in India. Around 4 or 5 years back, our minister had said about something about this, and today we are finally seeing the draft. And practically, see, all the OEMs have been following global NCAP, but the problem till date, I don't know about how this draft comes out, was always that this is a voluntary thing. So Tata, Mahindra, Hyundai, these are the 3 companies who have actually gone through global NCAP, whatever the rating, 3-star, 5-star. But if talk about the 50% market share where major cars are entry level, there the OEMs haven't been. So what I hope that this will be a very good step for safety, road safety, and additional, the customers will know more about it because this is an Indian assessment thing, what is happening. And more manufacturers will come forward to go ahead with this NCAP, because with the kind of government's push towards this, customers will now treat this as a very important thing while making a decision. So hoping that with this NCAP, Bharat NCAP coming in, all the cars are mandatorily should go for a assessment. And like we buy consumer durables, there are rating 1-star, 3-star, 5-star, then customer buys a 1-star product. So let the customer decide what to buy, but every product should be, the base variant should at least go for a mandatory checking.
Mr. Gulati,
and let the
do
customer
you think
decide.
It should be made mandatory?
Yeah, that is what I'm saying. See, I'm not saying the star rating should be 0 or 5. Customers even buys consumer durable which has a 1-star rating, or 3-star or 5-star. There'll be obviously price gap or feature gap, airbags, all those things. So let the customer decide what he wants, but every vehicle should go through that testing as per us.
Okay. Karuna, Raina, the importance of a Bharat NCAP, the importance of making this more publicly known. I mean, honestly, whenever features are discussed for a new car or new products come out, no one even talks about where they stand on the safety standards.
Absolutely, no. So that's why I think it's an important milestone when it comes to vehicular safety in India. If we look at just the sheer numbers of road crash victims which are there in India, more than roughly 4 lakh people die, lose their lives to road crashes. And number 2 category, road user category, which shares this mortality and morbidity burden is car users. So roughly 48 car users die every day in India. And vehicular defects play a huge role in that. A lot of people die due to vehicular defects, according to the data collected by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, and according to National Crime Records Bureau. So if you look at data, I think in every which way, it's a great step that ministry has taken towards standardizing the process of testing of cars in India. It also does one more thing, which is that it simplifies the language of standardization and helps insert the safety culture in the minds of consumers as well. Like you rightly pointed out, Tamanna, the safety is really not right now not maybe one of the key concerns for all the road users. But once you have a very simple sort of communication style of a 1-star or a 5-star car based on the safety of that particular vehicle, it also helps consumers understand in a way where they can appreciate what safety would mean. Also, because a lot of children die in road crashes in India, and at least internationally right now, the standards ensure that, when testing is done, it not only looks at front passenger occupant, but also, child restraint systems and similar features. So I think it's a great progressive step. And when the notification is out and the details are out, I think it'd be great to also for everyone to engage and ensure that this is implemented fully.
Gulati, give us a sense of how our Indian cars stand today on the safety standards.
So right now,
Mr. Gulati, that question's to
sure,
Mr. Gulati,
yeah,
and then I'll come
sure.
back to you, Karuna.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, Tamanna, basically, if I talk about the volume what we sell in a month, I feel only 20% of vehicles what we sell is actually covered under global NCAP. So 80% of the products which are not even going through the testing, there are only Indian companies like Tata and Mahindra who are giving a lot of importance to this global NCAP and getting their vehicle tested. And practically seeing even the variant-wise global NCAP stars are different. So a base variant could get a 1-star or a 2-star, and the top model, which has 6 airbags and other safety features, could go up to 5 stars also. So that is an issue because as of today, the majority cars are not going through the global NCAP. So the publicity is not there. The customers who are very, very safety conscious, they do come to their dealerships to ask the details. But in the end, because most of the cars are not, so the point as a comparison between a brand to another brand or a model to model doesn't exist.
Your answer on this, Karuna.
I feel right now in the, like Mr. Gulati said, in the Indian market, it's the consumer base is very diverse, and some people where there is affordability, they would look at safety and safety features of cars.
No, that's not my question, Karuna. Let me reiterate.
Sure.
Of the cars that are sold in India right now, how do they fare on safety standards? I don't think this is on customers because most don't even know about this. I hope through this program that we have some awareness. But the fact is that people look at affordability. They don't even know that this is a standard that they should put in. That is why the bringing in of a Bharat NCAP, which will give a star rating, could really be a game changer. But my question to you is, in the current scenario of the cars on offer, how do they fare on global standards of safety?
So for some cars, they fare well. And for some, the ratings are not that good. So there's right now, Global NCAP runs a Safer Cars for India program, through which vehicles are tested. Companies offer their vehicles voluntarily. And over the years, there has been progress. A lot of variants have tested well with a 4-star or a 5-star rating. But when the program started off, the progress wasn't that great. So it's not a clear-cut sort of scenario. Also, like I said, it's a voluntary program. So companies which want to, send their models for testing, only they get tested. So there's no big picture, which I can share with you in terms of overall how scenario is in terms of vehicle safety when it comes to crash testing.
Least it's something that you should ask about and you should research when you're buying your next car, and not just mileage. And this is also equally important. Thank you so much, Karuna Raina and Vinkesh Gulati, for joining us. Now, inflation may soon peak out.